guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing College Game Day Week 11 with retired YouTuber PSU Boys.
What's up?
And St. Lee Bench.
Hey.
Okay, let's get to the first one. Okay, so for our first game, we have BYU, Utah in the Holy War. I think BYU is going to win this. They've been playing great this year. Nobody expected them to do that, and I feel like they're going to win. What do you think, St. Lee Bench?
I think that Utah takes this. BYU has played good this year. And Utah, we saw coming into the season, they were ranked
12.
They were ranked around 12. And everyone thought they were going to be good. I still think, it's something that we saw with the USC team. USC is still a really good team, as we saw in the Penn State game. So Utah, I feel like, can be something like that, and I think they have enough power to pull through.
Who do you think, PSU boy?
Well, I think BYU's going to win. I don't think that Utah is that great. If you look at who they've lost to, they only won by 3 against Oklahoma State, an unranked team, though. They lost to Arizona by 13. They lost to Arizona State by 8. They lost to TCU by 6. And they've lost to Houston by 3. So it's a closer games, but they're also against awful teams. So I don't see any way that Utah wins this one.
Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, for our next game, we have Michigan, Indiana. I have Indiana all day. What do you have?
I also have Indiana. I'm not a huge fan of Michigan. Indiana has performed well, but I think next week against Ohio State game, they might fall off.
What do you think, PSU boy?
Well, I have Michigan winning this one. I think that Indiana is overhyped. They have the 123rd hardest schedule, so it's an awful team. It's the 13th easiest schedule in the nation. They've cruised through. They're 9-0. They've played awful teams. Their best win this whole year was against Washington by 14. So when we put it in comparison, they haven't played any good teams. Michigan has had a really hard schedule for them. They've lost to Oregon. They've lost to ranked Illinois.
They
lost to Texas. So they're not an awful team. I just have Michigan taking this one.
Okay, let's get to the next one.
I also think that whoever wins this, if Indiana loses, Indiana's tied at the top of the Big Ten with Oregon right now. If Indiana loses, that means they're a 6-1 team in the conference, Big Ten. That means that it opens the gateway for other teams like Penn State or Ohio State to potentially have a chance at reaching the Big Ten playoff conference championship.
Okay, let's get to the next one. Next, we have Georgia, Ole Miss. I have Georgia winning this one. I think they've played great this year, and I think they will do great against Ole Miss.
I agree with this. The SEC conference is shaken up right now. Everybody in the conference has at least one loss. So for the rest of the season, it can go either way. Because Alabama, it also depends on the Alabama-LSU game, which we'll get to in a minute. Whoever wins that has a greater chance of getting to SEC conference championship. If Ole Miss loses, I think they're without a doubt out of the chances for the playoffs and out of the chances for the SEC conference championship. Although if Ole Miss wins, anyone I feel like has a chance at being in the SEC championship.
PSU boys, what do you think about this?
Well, just for correction, the game's at 3:30 on ABC. But I think Ole Miss wins. Ole Miss averages 42.1 points per game. 48 total touchdowns. They've had 3,394 net passing yards, which is pretty good, which is really good, and 1,600 net rushing yards. So I think that Georgia's had a couple close games, right? But this is gonna be a test for them, especially at Ole Miss. So I think Ole Miss takes this one.
Okay, let's get to the next one. For our last game, we have Alabama Crimson Tide versus LSU Tigers. I personally have LSU win this one. I think they're underrated.
I agree with that pick. LSU. I've mentioned in our college football playoffs video that is yet to come out. I think LSU is one of the toughest places to play. They've lost to USC, which is without a doubt a tough team to play, even though they're not ranked currently. I think LSU has a good quarterback. I think they will win this.
PSU boys, what do you think about this?
Well, I have Alabama taking this one. Alabama's favored by 2.5 right now. I feel like Alabama's definitely had the hardest schedule.
Yeah.
LSU has lost to Texas A&M and USC, but they've played teams like Nicholls, UCLA, South Alabama, Arkansas. So that's such an easy schedule. When we look at Alabama, they've played Wisconsin, Georgia, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri. And their latest game, they played against Missouri, they won by 34. Missouri was a great team. So I think that I don't see a way that Alabama doesn't win this game.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, hit that bell, turn on notifications so you never miss on a brand new video. Thank Stanley Bench for coming out here and PSU boys to do this video with me. I'll see you all in the next one, and goodbye.